and it never fades. From red garden sheds to watching lads on steads knocking heads. From the 2x2 fuck you punk stage to a warehouse rave with a bloke we met on the way, dancing till day. I have a love, and it never fades. Full of plights and gripes like Achilles who loves fights. Like you did, right? Like we did twice. I'll love you beyond life. I have a love, and it never fades. You are God's son across the belly, remembered by pictures on your telly, your body laying in its glow, surrounded by those you know, crying for your words and your soul. And that final loss of your glimmer of hope that we heard every time that you spoke, and choked up rooms and blocks and venues and lads and mots with words that spoke soft of those lost. Now we send you off on funeral cloths.
So many jumps, I have so many jumps, I have so many jumps, I have so many jumps.
Where's that thing, the Mazda with Tesco?
Oh, alright,
Yeah, you put the charger straight away on it.
Break down to them.
I can't go on that. No. Looking at your snake in the mirror. Like that for a good show.
That's the umbrella.
No. Did you get that on the camera?
I think so, yeah.
Bit louder, man. It'll be cold, man.
I have a love, and it never fades. From the space where we learned to be brave and face guards, grief and knaves, and late days that could shame and break saints. From the weight of the city's hate, from the smother and state. But every cent we could take went on the art that we'd make. We'd go straight through the day on a rake of empty plates. Up to 8 of us pooling 10 quid to make something great. So our love will never fade, our love will never fade. I have a love, and it never fades. Now a long way from school days, sharing books at Big Break with the two of us and Barry and Craig, talking tunes and poems with too much weight for our age. But the love that remains would shape the memory that stays. Even now I can see your face when those chords are replayed. Your arm around me, shoulder in teenage embrace. Tell all your friends, I'd say. And a year ago or so I played this song for you in the car stereo in the night's breeze. This bit kicked in with its synths and its keys, and you smiled as you sat next to me. You in the front, Gilly in the backseat going fucking 90. The other boys stomping feet, and me in utter disbelief from the joy and the breaking the beats. We got out and stood by that Kia Rio cage stage, and I felt like I had it all. Cause I have a love, and it'll never fade, and either will you, Paul. I have a love, and it never fades. And it feels like neither will the pain, your name emblazed on every day. Afraid I'll lose the memory of your face, but our love will never fade. I have a love, and it never fades. You lifted us from the mundane, and then you wrote Drive, and immortalised our right to life and a crisp's oil all in one line. Pain takes time. I have a love, and it never fades. I found your old MySpace page on the bus today. One song playlist loads up straight away and sunk me right back to the source of our teenage pain. And now on this bus, on my morning commute, the song on your MySpace speaks to me with truth. If I knew what was wrong, I would tell you. If I knew what was wrong, I would tell you. I have a love, and it never fades. I have a love that never shakes, that never moves and never breaks. I have a love and it never takes. I have a love that stays. And it's all love and glory on your name till I see out my last days and find the ways to fight the pain and blaze. I have a love and it never fades. All praise to my best mates. And there's rain. Dear God, there's rain. There's days and days of every kind of pain. Nothing stays the same other than the never-ending weight of shame. And there's shame. Dear fucking God, there's shame. It's that, dear James, excess pain that stays. What happened to my best mate? I have a love and it's full of pain.
The last lecture to Gaeltacht, we kind of settled and we got to talking about the rare...